Hello, Nick here, aka Sublime and Nick Nova. Been DJing for near about 20 years, making music for probably a decade, on and off in total. But just something that's been on my mind lately. Agree, disagree, whatever you like. Feel free, put your comments down below. Let me know what your opinions are as DJs or even as punters and partygoers. But today in 2025, and look, I understand the way DJs are looked at these days. They are the focal point, the main attraction. I understand they are the performer, but it just seems that DJs have taken away from the music specifically and moved towards being the performer and the focal point. And what I mean is, DJs 20 years ago, they were heard, not seen. And you'd know where the DJ was. You walk into a club and the DJ booth was up some stairs somewhere in the back corner of a club where they can oversee the dance floor. Nowadays, the DJ's like front and center, boiler room, everybody's surrounding them, which me personally, I can't stand that sort of setup. People around me just gives me anxiety, makes me nervous, and it just frustrates the shit out of me. I can't move around, I can't operate as I normally would. And it happens sometimes. You go to a club and the booth can probably fit 5 people comfortably, and before you know it, there's 10 people crammed in there, and everyone's got drinks around and their phones, and they're moving and bumping, and you're being bumped around, and you're thinking you're gonna touch a cue button or play button by accident and fuck up a set. It's just frustrating. I think punters need to have some common courtesy and some awareness. That's probably for another video. But the DJs, the main attraction, the focal point, and what brought this on was this Instagram reel that I saw the other day. So that got me thinking, back in the 2000s when I first turned 18, many moons ago, a club known as DCM in Sydney, Australia, Oxford Street, very famous at the time, also known as UN Sydney. You'd walk inside and the DJ booth would be, as soon as you walk into the main room, there was a bar on the right, and on the left was a little set of stairs, and they would take you up into the DJ and lighting booth. Now that is where everyone would congregate in terms of DJ, lighting, MC, if you had one. And you could still see the floor, people still saw the DJ up there, but it was more about people on the dance floor being together and having fun. Nowadays, as someone who plays in bars, pubs, clubs, even private parties best example of people just having fun. No one's there with their, phone in your face non-stop. But in a club or an open setting, it does get a bit frustrating. And nowadays, I see people just stand there, just record your whole set for a whole 10, 20, 30 minutes. Like, why? That does not make any sense to me whatsoever. Take a picture, take a short little video, put it on your Instagram, whatever it is, your TikTok, and then enjoy your night. But no, they sit there standing, staring at the DJ. That actually makes me uncomfortable. Now, for someone who does have some social anxiety when it comes to performing in front of a crowd, whether that be 20 people or 200 or 2,000 people, it still always gets me. Phones in your face, I'll never understand it. Have fun, enjoy yourself, but to each their own, as they say. But the DJs used to be there, but not there. Now, front and center, smack bang in the middle, or wherever you may be, and that just annoys me because the DJ's there to provide the vibe and have people dancing and be happy. Now, I've seen some people say, I can't judge a crowd from all the way up there. I can't do this, I can't do that. Me personally, if you're going to a specific club that plays a certain genre of music or a style, there should be no reading the crowd. You're there for that particular genre of music. Like back in the day in Sydney, if I went to Tank on George Street, I would know I was going to hear Electro House. If I went to, what was it? There was a club on Hunter Street, I knew I was going to hear R&B. If I went to UN/DCM, I knew I was going to hear High Energy. If I went to Rogues, I knew I was going to hear High Energy. If I went to this club, that club, I was going to hear Funky House. If I went to Moulin Rouge, I was going to hear some nice funky house and shit like that. Nowadays, there's no set club that plays just one genre of music, unless it's like a one-off event and then you know like what it is, or a regular occurring event. Like here in Sydney, we have Sandbox. Sandbox is like house, techno, hardstyle, or the industrial shit that I don't even know what the hell it is. It just sounds like distortion, run through a generator 1,000 times. You know what you're in for. You don't have to know how to read a crowd if you're playing certain styles of music specific to that club. But if it's open format, I can understand. I just don't know why everyone needs to have themselves seen and not heard. I'd rather people know the DJ's up in a corner somewhere. They can see where I am. I'm in the open. I can wave to people, and I can't get requests. I can't get pestered. I can't get badgered. I can't have drunk people coming up to me saying, "Oh, can I try? Can I touch a button?" No, you can't. Fuck off. I'm working. Just because there's a DJ or an MC there or a musician that it's in an open space and you can approach them doesn't mean it's a good idea to go up to them and just start having a fucking conversation or start asking them if you can touch the mixer or press a button or spin the fucking plate on the decks. Fuck off. Frustrating as shit. Sorry this turned into a bit of a rant, but I just had to get off my chest. Festivals, Tomorrowland, that shit up in flames, unfortunate. They scurried in 2 days and made a massive video wall that they saved the festival. And I saw an article that said, opinion, DJs now have to rely on music and not visuals. And it got me thinking again. That's a very good point, because the DJ's there in front, but you've got pyrotechnics, lights, visuals, animatronics, massive stages, all these sorts of things. I'm like, that's all good and well. But remember, we're here for the DJ playing tunes, and it's almost like you forget there's a person there playing, and everyone's there, phones out, recording non-stop. You see David Guetta playing some mashup of Love Tonight and Pitbull Tonight and some other shit, and just everyone with their phones out like this. I'm like, fuck me, live in the moment, man. That's gone. That's disappeared from society today in clubbing, bro. Absolutely shits me. And I've seen more people get annoyed with phones out recording shit non-stop in nightclubs instead of actually having fun. How many times are you going to actually fucking watch that video that you've recorded? Tell me. Once, twice? Are you going to delete it? It ain't going to last forever. Conversations for another day. That's my rant. I'm out. If you're interested to hear my music or what I'm about, links in the description down below. Until then, enjoy yourselves when you go out, people.